Welcome to the Legendary Upside YouTube channel. My name is Pat Carrain. You can follow all of my content at legendaryupside.com. With me today, Davis Mattek. We're going to be drafting a DraftKings Best Ball team. Davis and I are both partners for DraftKings Best Ball Week here. Going to be drafting all week over on DraftKings. Davis, how you feeling?
I'm very excited about DraftKings Best Ball Week. If people want to see more, if they're like, God, we just watched one draft with Davis and Pat, but we really want to see at least two more, you guys can go over to my YouTube channel right now, and they'll be up over there. And then our friend Neil Orfield is a partner of DraftKings Best Ball Week as well. And yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to be part of an initiative, and anything that is best ball forward is cool by me because I love this game.
Me too. Yeah. One of the things that we have going on at Legendary Upside is a couple things. If you want to check out the Sidekick, which is the tool that you're seeing here on the screen and we'll be using to help us draft here, you can check that out with a 5-day free trial. If you're already a LegUp sub, email me at legendaryupside@gmail.com. If you're not, just head on over to legendaryupside.com/sidekick. You can get a 5-day free trial. Those who've signed up already or do sign up in the future, pass the trial and actually get the subscription, we have a $20 bonus ticket available for Sidekick subscribers to the DraftKings $20 million milli, which is the tournament that we're in right now. So the Best Ball Millionaire tournament, $20 to enter. You enter that tournament, sign up for the Sidekick, and you can get a bonus ticket. Just need your DraftKings username, details on the site. I'll have the link in the description for that. But Davis, we're off and running. I feel like we're probably this is a spot where we can pretty easily go wide receiver to kick things off. How do you feel?
I like wide receiver here. One thing I'm always tempted to do is to take McCaffrey or Genty and then just rip piss yellow down the board. because if you take one running, you can conceivably not select a running back again until the Byshell Tootin, Jaden Blue range. Like you can even skip the Tracy Scatterby range and then get to the end and be like, kind of like my running back room if you have the anchor. Like I think anchor running back is kind of like, it sucks to lose the massive points of Chase and Jefferson and Nico and St. Brown. Like I'm not saying it doesn't, and there are always trade-offs, but I do find I like, because like on DraftKings you can do stuff like Brandon Ayuk goes at like pick 110 and stuff, and so it does suck to skip on that value, because you're like, oh, I gotta take Cam Scatterby here.
I hear you. Well, but with this, I mean, to me, there's kind of a tier break. Like I kind of viewed Neighbors as in his own tier.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, and that's kind of how the ADP has it too. There's a decent gap, so I like grabbing Neighbors here. But yeah, open to the running backs in the second round for sure. How much A-Chain are you drafting?
Oh, I'm drafting a ton. Big A-Chain guy. Another thing about Neighbors that's really strong on DraftKings is Dart is actually like the only free quarterback. Like Dart is actually the only quarterback that you can get in like the 19th and 20th round.
Yeah. Shuck is kind of free if you want to go there.
Yeah, sure. I take Shuck. Anyway, we gotta do Dyson Darts, man. Come on.
Yeah, Dyson Darts. You get the week 17 correlation. Probably the best naming convention that we have for the week 17 matchup, Dyson Darts.
Correct.
Let's honor that with Brock Bowers.
I mean, it's just come on, Bowers in full PPR. It's like whatever. If the haters on Underdog want to be like, dude, you can't think Bowers, he only scored 5 touchdowns last year, then I'm like, okay, I'll take the guy who finished 3rd in the NFL in receptions as a rookie, set the all-time. I feel like that doesn't get enough play, that Bowers set the all-time rookie receptions record, and now people are like, I don't know, man. I really need to take Drake London over him. I don't even think the frankly, I don't even think the anti-Bowers people believe it. I just think that they hate the people that are pro Bowers so much that they have conceived an argument against Bowers, even though they don't believe it.
I think so. It's just hard. Like, we've talked about Bowers stuff so much, but it just doesn't seem to change. And so, I don't know. At this point, it's like hard. I feel like I've watched all the episodes of the Bowers show, of the
Mhm.
why is Bowers falling? Let's talk about his rookie season. Let's talk about the amazing offseason upgrades. But then he's just available all the time in the second
He's
round,
just
pretty much wherever
available
I'm
all the
picking.
time. He's just available all the time. It's actually crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gino with truly cromulent late round quarterback click
Yeah.
as well.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The touchdown stuff on ADP chasing, it did kind of dawn on me that I think a lot of it is that he only scored 5 touchdowns, and that's just it's so delightful that he just had that good of a rookie year, and all we get to bet on positive touchdown regression, which he's like a pretty strong candidate for by a couple different measures.
He's a huge touchdown scorer in college, obviously.
Yeah. Well, you can give him the ball out of the backfield. You can move him around. He's a good enough blocker to be out there in play action.
Much like that's never going to happen for Tyler Warren. That's also never going to happen for Brock Bowers.
Little trick play stuff. He could get a touchdown or so. Or 2 maybe.
He maybe if the backfield was Sincere McCormick and Zamir White and Alexander Madison and Amir Abdullah again, but they just drafted a running back at 6th overall.
I would argue that for the purposes of trickery, Genty helps because he's a weapon that you have to account for.
Imagine Ashton Genty running a pitched option to Brock Bowers in Week 17 against
you
the
shouldn't
New York
do
Giants.
that, Raiders. Don't do that. But if you were trying to trick the defense, yeah, that's not great.
No.
All right, so Marvin Harrison, I like here. JSN, the top of the sidekick, I'm kind of in agreement with. But I love Breece Hall. I'd be willing to go running back.
I actually, controversially, I actually quite like Jackson Smith and Jigba on half PPR. I do not like him on half PPR, but I mean,
you like
I
him
think
on full PPR, yeah.
I think JSN could score like 6 touchdowns, but scam his way to like 101 receptions, like pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like what we're hoping for almost.
Correct. Yes.
But yeah, full PPR. I think he's nice.
Like, I never take JSN ahead of Mike Evans on Underdog, but I have JSN ranked. I actually have JSN ranked right here in my DraftKings stuff.
Yeah, this is about where I have him too.
I think Tet actually might even be better on in half PPR than JSN. I mean, that one's pretty close. I don't know. JSN is in a format that basically just rewards touchdowns. I think JSN's a smidgen overpriced, but here he's like perfect.
So I think we have 3 really interesting options here. Could go with one of the elite quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels. These 2 guys went off way earlier. I think
I think we
in
take
play.
Hampton.
Hampton was the other dude I was going to float because he's going to be moving up, and is another guy where like it's tough to know if the inputs are right on Hampton with this Najee stuff. So I'm willing to.
Spoiler alert, I don't think they are. And
yeah, so we're recording this
early.
So when you're watching this video, we're recording this on Friday. So you'll probably know way more than us and whether or not we reached a little bit on Hampton. But like reaching like a couple picks on Hampton right now strikes me as a pretty good idea.
I moved him way up in my rankings.
We moved him up, but not like aggressively yet. We moved Najee aggressively down because it's like, what's the point? Why take on that risk?
I moved him up past Kyron.
Wow. I mean, there's like, if Najee can't play, like then that's
frankly
not even controversial at all.
You know what it was? Frankly, it was me allowing myself to be freeing myself from the shackles of Week 1 brain, because I think Amari Hampton is probably a better pick than Kyron anyway. And if Najee's out of the picture, let's say we get a report in the interregnum and people are watching this, just screaming like Najee Harris is out for the year, then he would be what, a 2-3 turn. He'd go where Jacobs goes, where JT goes.
I don't know if he'd go quite that high. I think, like, would he flip Chase Brown?
I think he would certainly flip Chase Brown, a freaking 205-pound 5th-round pick. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have him last year being just an entire backfield for the Bengals. So it's like, how much are we going to be able to project for Hampton, even if, his backup gets much worse? I guess you're right, though. He probably would move up to kind of the 2-3 turn.
The reason why I moved him up so much was, I mean, Jacob tweeted this, and it was just so obvious. But it's like, all the money is won basically in the final 3 weeks of the season, and I don't expect Najee to be a factor there at all. I expect him to be basically. I expect Najee to be the Gus Edwards in this situation. Like, there'll probably be a couple weeks where he's like annoyingly effective, and the coaches ride him, and he scores a touchdown, or he has like a couple tough interior runs that the coaches like. The weird thing about Najee is he and Hampton are sort of stylistically the same. Like they're both like bigger guys who are better pass catchers than they should be for their size. But like, I mean, Hampton does lack a little bit of explosiveness that like Genty has, for example. And Najee never had any explosion, famously 0 runs over 20 yards for like the last 200 carries or something.
Yeah, they're somewhat stylistically similar, but I think he's more like a Zeke type or something. Like, I think he has more juice.
Right, but you don't think normally when a team pays $9 million to one running back after they drafted another one, you'd be like, oh, so this is like a thunder and lightning style thing.
Right.
And that's not it at all. It's thunder and thunder.
Thunder and thunder. Well, the upside for Hampton is that he is both.
Yeah. A lot of NFL teams have actually started doing this where their passing down back is not a good pass catcher. It's just a big fat guy who can get in the way of edge rushers.
Right. Like Javonte Williams.
Or even Miles Sanders.
Yeah. Dare Ogunbowale was
Carson Steele.
The innovator there.
Samaj P. Ryan.
Yeah, Samaj P. Ryan. He wasn't even a pass catcher really in college.
No, he wasn't at all.
All right. So Sidekick like running back here. We do have Waddle, Ridley.
I think Waddle.
Waddle. All right, we can do Waddle.
We've got our anchor. We are behind at wide receiver right now.
Yeah, the reason that these are the top recommendations is just because it's like we think we're not that high on Waddle. I know you and I kind of disagree on Waddle, so it's just sort of like, yeah, you're behind. But
I would have been fine with Ridley there. But I think when we come back around, there's really likely to be a running back that we like out of this group, and I think
you can usually catch the last running back. That's where I think going Waddle is okay, because you're likely to get one of these guys coming back.
If Harvey goes, then we'll probably be tilting, and we'll probably will just be a super, we're going to take Jennings, and it's just going to be a full yellow queue, which, I mean, who's going to be mad about that? Not me. Yeah. So I moved Hampton up to 33, which is pretty aggressive.
I might move him up a bit more. It's like tough to price exactly, like,
It's like worst case scenario, I've got Amari and Hampton on a bunch of teams.
Yeah, which I already
feels
want.
fine. Yeah. There you go.
All right, so the running backs came
Harvey
right
or
back.
Mixon.
Yeah, I'm down for either. Mixon probably pairs slightly better with Hampton, although again, Hampton might be better early season than we're thinking. So,
you call it.
Let's go Harvey.
It's just more fun to click Harvey.
It's just a lot more fun to click Harvey. And the other thing is that if we make adjustments on Hampton, which I'm guessing we probably will, it's going to be the early season. It's like that's really where I expect him to be the most affected by Najee.
Yeah. So we're at Hampton, Harvey, Neighbors, JSN, Waddle, Bowers. I mean, this is a pretty Ship Chasers legendary upside style stream.
Yeah, this is a fun team.
You can draft a lot of fun teams. There. Now, how are you thinking about dealing with quarterback on this team? Because we only have shitters set up.
I mean, Tua is honestly not that bad of a pick in best ball. It's a scary pick, but you get some upside at a pretty cheap price, And then if you have Waddle's not scamming his way probably to value.
No,
You
no,
kind of want
no.
the offense to bounce back. So I think he's in play. We have Knicks and we have Herbert.
True. Do you like Harvey and Knicks together?
Yeah.
I've been thinking through that, and I actually think about one of the big ways that Harvey ends up getting there is via classic Sean Payton early down throwing to running backs. The things that we were wish casting upon last year that still kind of happened, right? It was a Broncos running backs were 4th in the NFL in running back targets. They were just all so bad.
Right. Yeah, I mean the Knicks wasn't passing to the running back as much as I had hoped, because he had a reputation as, kind of a system quarterback, relying on these quick passes, getting the ball out on screens and stuff. But then there wasn't really that much receiving value in the backfield last year for the Broncos. But Mims was used on a bunch of that type of stuff, as we know. So I think there's maybe more value. There's maybe more value there than we think. We should probably think about a lot of Mims usage actually is some of that missing running back receiving value. So yeah, if Harvey's getting that, that's really nice.
Yeah. And I continue to remain steadfast that Marvin Mims has value outside of being a PPR scam artist, but maybe I'll end up being wrong about that.
Yeah. I think we slightly tweaked him the other day up a bit just to reflect that there is a chance that maybe I don't think his role from last year is sustainable at all, but the fact that he excelled at something is still good.
I don't know. It's just and maybe Sean Payton just doesn't care and is happy to put the toothpaste back into the tube. You know what? Maybe kind of Marvin, and this is so not even what we're drafting right now, but I wonder if one of the guys he could be is. Do you remember Devery Henderson? Peak Devery Henderson led the NFL in receptions, yards per reception 3 times, 745. Guess how many receptions for his career high in receiving yards at 793.
36.
32. If that is what Marvin Mims is, fine. At wide receiver 60, whatever, I think that is fine.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's great. Now, Davis, this is a full PPR site, though, so we'll want to consider that later. There's a good chance we go triple rookie running back here. Are you good with Quinshawn if he makes it?
I mean, I have him and Caleb back to back in my stuff. I've got Caleb 1 spot higher, but Caleb much more likely to PPR scam playing with Rodgers, but
I don't think he is. He was not very Kenneth Walker-y type of prospect. I don't see him having a ton of receiving, especially with Warren there. Even if Warren doesn't end up being a good pick, I think he'll still hurt Johnson's pass catching. I prefer Judkins just because I think he was a better prospect, more draft capital. So
yeah, I definitely more draft capital. I don't know about better prospect.
I think he was.
Sometimes you got to just tune out and drop in, and that is what I want to do. I'll just this is the Caleb Johnson set. Because Quinshawn Judkins and Caleb Johnson had such opposite college experiences. Quinshawn Judkins went to go play at Iowa State and was in a straight 50-50 timeshare. Meanwhile, Caleb Johnson plays for a school that has yet to discover the forward pass. Caleb Johnson generated more yards from scrimmage than his team had passing yards, which is just such an unbelievable stat. I think this is Matthew Golden all day.
Yeah.
Or Pollard. Golden or Pollard.
I like Golden as our wide receiver 4. I feel like I mean, Pollard certainly fits the team too, but I don't know. I'm starting to feel like let's get a receiver.
I think we need the receiver. The only reason I was thinking Pollard as well is just like, who knows? Like we can run bad with some of these rookie running backs in the first month of the season, but Pollard is definitely best.
I think we made a bet both with the Hampton and then the Harvey pick that Hampton has more regular season value than even my rankings currently show. That's basically like we sort of like manually adjusted Hampton up. And so I want to kind of continue to build around that.
Yeah. That's fine. So again, we are still, would you think about trying to do any of these quarterbacks? Like, you know what? This is actually like a really good Fields team. If we're able to get him, like one of those guys, Caleb Williams and Burden. Cause like, I don't love, because the thing about DraftKings is the quarterbacks can score so many points because of the bonuses. The 300-yard bonus, like they could just rack them up. So I do not love a Tua Geno Dart quarterback room.
Me neither. But I think we could be looking at like Tua Geno Herbert. You know, that'd be fun.
I like actually hate Justin Herbert. I know it's so illogical. It's just.
Is it illogical, or is it because you're a Chiefs fan?
I hated Justin Herbert as a prospect. It's just Justin Herbert is, you know what? This is what I dislike about Justin Herbert. No playoff wins.
Oh my God.
Was up, dude. He was up 21 points on Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars at halftime. Lost.
Yeah.
It actually has nothing to do with Justin Herbert and his play on the field. It has everything to do with the way people cape for him endlessly.
He does have the hive. He has a hive.
He has a hive.
Yeah. He just does. Now, you know, we just had a conversation in which you were not on the side of the running back with the best RAS in the entire class. Instead, on the side of running back.
Does Judkins have the best RAS of the class? Is that true?
He has the best RAS in the class.
There's not like a kick returner from Stony Brook who's technically a running back with a better RAS.
They're very well maybe. I was, you know, of the players who matter, he was the top guy. But then, you know, you're going after this running back who was one of the slowest in the class. Barely can even get going. What was he,
speed? If you adjust all his stuff for weight, though, he looks fine.
No, he looks fine, and also he's really not that slow. He's just slower. Isn't really fast class.
Fields went. So I think we are. Well, actually, let's just take Drake May, right?
Okay.
Let's just we just do May. We save our Efton Chisholm the third and our Land Larison picks for the 20th round, whichever one, and Shipper.
Right at the top of the sidekick. You love to see it.
Right at the top of the sidekick. I'll tell you this.
Herbert in the queue. Yeah. It's possible to get both.
Crane, I have absolutely no issue with ranking Drake May just like the quarterback 12 or whatever. I assume that's where you guys have him.
Yeah. I don't know. Having the positional rankings sometimes break my brain. But yeah, that sounds about right. Let me check.
If we can just get this man the 19th best offensive line play in the NFL and just like a relatively competent wide receiver, I knew Cam Scadaboo's name was going to come up. It just, nothing was ever more you start a 0 running back team and Cam Scadaboo is always lurking there. I'm fine with him. Higgins I like too. It's whatever though, whichever one.
I'm down to do Higgins because that's that gets us to Stroud as well as another out for the quarterback.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, I just like Jaden Higgins. I think he's great.
He apparently has been impressive in the early stuff. So we have Love, we've got Herbert, we've got Stroud. So we have some pretty good stacking, options as we come back around. I'm just looking to see exactly how high we are on Drake May.
Probably pretty high, dude. But are you also?
No, he's only quarterback 15 for us in the DraftKings rankings.
Because I was wondering if you were also correspondingly high on Diggs, because I think that is pretty. Like, I think it'd be hard to justify being super in on May and not being in on Diggs.
Yeah, we're actually a little bit ahead of ADP on Diggs. Nothing crazy. The way that we're kind of playing it and the way I'm playing it pretty heavily, like personally in my drafts, is that I'll take May like this, and then I'll end up getting Demario Douglas and Hunter Henry. And then I'm stacking him through those guys because they're both, I think, undervalued. They're both very cheap. I'll mix in some Kyle Williams. I think Williams might end up falling. Sounds like, the starting receivers, like as of right now, are probably Douglas, Diggs, and Mac Hollins. And, Hollins does a thing. He's a gigantic guy who plays X receiver. I think displacing him might be kind of difficult to start the season. And I would really like to bet on Kyle Williams pretty heavily, but at a little bit of a cheaper price that reflects him being kind of more of a kind of true end of the season bet.
Demario Douglas is actually my favorite one, particularly where I'm awarded a full point per reception as opposed to only half a point per reception. Demario Douglas, obviously, very low ceiling. Just like absolutely cannot average more than 12 points per game. Probably is like his absolute max. But he basically has a role regardless of how well Diggs plays, how well Kyle Williams plays. Like, there's no removing him from the field. He kind of fits wherever. Seems like Vrabel really likes him. He's actually been, kind of a favorite of multiple coaching staffs that has gone throughout there. Has been working with Drake May in the offseason, which is big. It's a big part of that shirtless photo that Drake May posted the other day. He was locked. Kyle Williams was the right-hand man in that photo, by the way. Which makes sense. I think there's a lot of rookie solidarity stuff that goes on there. But yeah, I mean, and Douglas is stone free. Like Kyle Williams, you still have to pay for a little bit. Right.
Yeah, no, Kyle Williams, I think he's just a little more expensive than I want right now. But I either want him to have a strong training camp and then be wrong and be like, okay, this dude's having a really strong training camp. The depth chart's pretty open. Let's go after it. Or if he really is that end of the season play that I think he probably is, I just prefer, kind of more in the range where you're going after Pat Bryant and Jalen Noel and that type of stuff. We're kind of Jack Bash is now.
The Jalen Noel hate it's absolutely out of control.
I'm not a hater.
I know. I wait till after we make this pick, I'll tell you what Hayden told me they call Christian Kirk around the Texans. I think do we go yeah, we just take Love here, right?
Yeah, Love and then Stroud. But I mean, if we wanted to go 3 quarterback, we'd have a better chance of doing it with Stroud, I think. Although it's Nico on the other side. Nico's on that side with a Goff team, so he probably takes Stroud.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if that affects
Stroud. It. Do Stroud? Okay.
Yeah, because then we can take Jalen Noel too.
All right. I'm down to take Love if he comes back, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Because Reed was, I remember seeing Reed when we took. Yeah, Reed's on the other side of the board, so there's a decent chance we actually get both by playing it Stroud Love.
I like that. It's good strategy by you. Hayden told me they call Christian Kirk Slot Demon.
Oh, I did. Demon. Come on. Demon?
I've just never been more offended. I'm like, do we know who Christian Kirk is? Like, we could just be honest. This is a guy you traded a conditional 7th-round pick for, who is about to be cut by the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right,
Slot demon.
This is a man. Team looked at De'Ami Brown as the top free agent available. I think we just take Love.
Yeah,
Actually.
me too.
Love or Tootin.
I'm down for Love. I think we're solid at running back with our 3 rookies.
Yeah.
We'll fill it out. Plus, it's possible. Now, Tootin won't come back. Yeah, Tootin will be gone.
Oh, you never know.
You never know. A little more variance over here on DraftKings.
A little more variance. Yeah, the Houston Texans looked at the best available, or the Jaguars looked at best available free agent being De'Ami Brown, 700 career yards, and they said, Christian, we'll see you later. It was a pleasure working with you, but we're ready to try new things.
I wonder, like, they just came in. They did that to Evan Ingram. They felt like maybe they would do that in the backfield. Seems like ETN has survived, but yeah, they've already kind of made their mark on the roster. Oh, Gabe Davis, that's the other one. I think that was medical.
Oh my God, Gabe Davis.
Yeah, it was a big contract he got 2 years ago.
Don't tell this to the people in my mentions who just like only want to talk about. There are 2 players that get brought up to me that I'm just like, I have no time for this. De'Ami Brown and Devon Vele. Vele's even more annoying because I'm just like, dude, Vele's older than me. Enough.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get excited about. But what is the upside?
He once had a game with 8 targets and 8 receptions. That's the upside.
Okay,
I think people are really into that.
He did make a mark as a day 3 rookie. That's bullish. He's a 2nd-year guy. Maybe takes a step. Not that much target competition. The problem is that I think Pat Bryant was drafted to play the role they had Bailey in last year, which is kind of bad.
It's not great. What about the role that Marvin Mims is going to play in?
That's RJ Harvey's role now.
Do we know what that role is yet?
No one knows.
Is it 3rd down back?
I think it might be.
Man, I need some coach speak bad because I'm down. Like the Marvin Mims thing. I've had him ranked above ADP for 9 months now. It's gonna really be tough if he truly is holding Devon Vele's shoulder pads.
Yeah. Dude, how is Luther Burden still here? Isn't that crazy?
That's DraftKings for you, brother.
Like, we took Jaden Higgins almost 4 rounds ago.
Yeah. Luther Burden is like way better at football than Jaden Higgins.
That's what I think. we took Higgins way before him.
Well, only one of them has to deal with the slot demon.
Right. Well, it's Higgins. That's actually bad. Yeah, I don't know. I think Burden is very boom bust, and Higgins is in such a kind of locked in role, but it's just crazy how big a gap there is. There goes slot demon.
All right, I mean, I think we got to take Luther Burden. I can't in good faith, even if we need a running back, I can't pass on Luther Burden in the 150s. That's crazy.
It does seem insane. We do need the running back.
All right, take Tootin, and we'll come back on this when we're not advancing on this team in week 16 because Luther Burden just had 4 receptions for 82 yards and a touchdown and 1 rush for 16 yards and a touchdown.
All right. Look, man, I really want to take there goes Burden. I really want to take Burden, but I think getting that running back 4 is probably more important than the receiver 6 there.
Famous last words. Not the Crane I know.
Well, I mean, it's a rookie running back. It's our 4th rookie running back.
It is, and it is also by Shell Tootin. Just, the absolute. There, like, if I had to choose a slappy poster boy for this year, it's Tootin or Rashee Rice. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, it's one of them. So let's see. Sidekick has gotten us to Hunter Henry. Kyle Williams, Mario Douglas.
We're taking Kyle here.
Kyle Williams. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just bounced down here, but he was right at the top before.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Cool. I still don't know that much about Kyle Williams. Still have not drawn. I still have not drawn. Well, the fact there's another wide receiver with his same name who I confused him with for a while.
Okay.
Kyle, I got to look this up. It's because it's not like Kyle Williams is a real unique name.
No, it's not.
There are many.
Man, not getting Burden there is still just like, how is Burden available at 153?
No, I know, it's crazy.
I mean, Tootin shouldn't be there either, like at all.
No,
but it's just crazy.
And then you have stuff like Nick Chubb goes, like Nick Chubb, and then DraftKings it's crazy, dude. Tyler Shuck just went at 159, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I love the 3 quarterback in the window move is really fun here.
Yeah.
What's like we have them all stacked now.
What is cool is that the fact that the late quarterbacks go early actually make it easier for you to be like, okay, well, I just don't need Jalen Warren. I'm just going to take a quarterback. Or I don't need Dalton Kincaid. I'm just going to take a quarterback. And then you're just freed up to do whatever. Like you don't need to rely on Jackson Dart.
Yep.
Yeah. Just but you also have to like you have to, that has to be your strategy coming in. It's gotta be your plan. You gotta know what you're doing. Like sometimes you just get tossed into the waters. Like if you were like watching this and you use the limited time offer for Sidekick subscribers on DraftKings for DraftKings Best Ball Week, we are official partners, and you just jumped in your first DraftKings draft, you'd be like, what is happening, dude? Like my quarterbacks are Anthony Richardson and Tyler Shuck. That was all that was there. I got nothing. I took Taysom Hill thinking he was quarterback eligible, you know?
Yeah, there's that window, but when the window goes, it goes.
When the window goes, it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what's our plan here?
I mean, Douglas and Knoll are what I'm hoping for. Just build on those stacks. Douglas honestly fits the team really, really well with how many rookies we have, a kind of across the positions now, because we've got obviously the 4 rookie running backs, but then also Golden and Higgins and Kyle Williams. So we have 3 rookie receivers too. So I bet we use Douglas a decent amount in the early season if we get him.
Yeah. Valid. What's our positional distribution? 3 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 6 wide receivers?
4 running backs, 6 receivers, 1 tight end, but it's Bowers.
Do you still do 3 even with Bowers?
It depends. At this point, probably. Yeah, at this point, probably 3. Because we kind of missed the tier. There's like a cliff. K-Dotton is like the root, like out of, that's sticking out of the cliff. Oh, we're on the clock. Yeah.
Douglas, right?
Douglas
or Knoll?
Yeah, I think Douglas with the kind of early season profile, I think fits better. He also has an earlier ADP, so it's possible Knoll comes back.
Just don't want to lose Jalen Knoll.
Yeah. No, Knoll's perfect. I think there's a good chance we get him. There goes Pat Bryant. Yeah, Otten is kind of he's in his own tier, I think. You good with Knoll?
Never going to say no. Never, ever say no to Jalen Knoll.
Not even with the slot demon?
No, that made me want to draft Jalen Knoll even harder. I just want to stick it to the Texans. Like the Texans are going to be actively mad that their draft pick worked. God, we got to bench Christian Kirk. He's going to be annoying on the bench about being benched. But
this is your penance for for when you take 4 rookie running backs is now Miles Sanders is going to be potentially a part of your life.
I'm slapping Miles Sanders with the rest of my fellow slappy community, but I'm just being realistic that like he's like he's drawing as live to be cut before week 1 as he is to start week 1. Like both of those are like equally probable.
So that's not how I view it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the minicamp stuff was like just kind of off base, but it seems like he's drawing very live to start week 1, and I don't think he's really likely to get cut at all.
Yeah, I just think like due to the fact that he's Miles Sanders, I mean, maybe I'll literally change my tune. Maybe I'll change my tune in 48 hours when training camps are actually happening and Jaden Blue is on a subterranean field. Jaden Blue is not even in what do they call the Cowboys? It's like Frisco Ranch or something. That's what they call the Cowboys practice field. He's not even there. Jaden Blue, Deuce Vaughn are actually just doing drills in Deuce Vaughn's dad's backyard. They're like, yeah, totally, dude. You're totally a part of the team. Totally, Deuce.
Jaden Blue is riding the Severance elevator down to the field.
The subterranean field. Rondale Moore and Jaden Blue have been severed down there.
They're actually good down there, but no one knows about it.
No one knows it. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, okay, if Miles Sanders matters to the Cowboys, he's going to matter like how Jaleel McLaughlin mattered for the Broncos last year.
Yeah.
Jaleel got 160 touches and was the least useful fantasy player. Like, you could just pick Jaleel McLaughlin up off waivers in the FFPC main event.
But don't you think he's not really that type of back? Like, he's more of, the kind of the earlier down, I think is a very good chance that, and this shouldn't be the case, but I think there's a very good chance Miles Sanders has the most rushing juice in that backfield. And it's like going to be like visibly obvious. Because Javonte, man, I mean, it was over last year.
I mean, was it not over for Miles Sanders?
Yes, it was.
Like Miles Sanders was playing clear third down back to an undrafted free agent at Oklahoma State. Much respect to Chuba Hubbard, earned his contract extension, but Miles Sanders got signed. Miles Sanders got signed to $1 billion by the Panthers and then just immediately benched, like immediately, overnight benched.
Yeah. Chuba Hubbard was the 126th overall pick. I'll just say.
Same difference. Dude, this is actually, okay. This is insane.
That's ahead of Jaden Blue.
The Panthers signed him to like whatever that crazy contract was. And he was not injured. Yeah, sure. It's fine. I'm just going to keep going on about how bad he is while we pick him.
Yeah, good.
The 2023 Panthers signed. Actually, let me go find out what this actual contract is, because it's actually going to sound even more absurd when I say the real numbers as opposed to the fake numbers that I'm making up. The 2023 Panthers signed him to a 4-year, $25 million contract.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And they immediately benched him. They didn't even really try. He ended up with 129 rushes and 432 yards. No injury.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, so dark. so dark, Miles Sanders. And that was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad.
But other than that, dude.
Other than that, though.
Sick pick.
I don't know. It's just like he's splitting the first team reps. And Javonte's not Chuba, He might have been back in the day, but he's not now.
But Jaden Blue might be.
I don't think Jaden Blue's Chuba. He might be Nyheim Hines.
No, he might be. You don't want to say who he might be because it scares you. This might as well call it the slap kick, dude. Giving me Harold Fan here.
Yeah. Well, you're getting Jatavion. Those are the two guys. Anyone jumping out?
I like Jatavion Sanders. I think he's a really good late round tight end.
All right.
Oh, I said this in the ship chasing Discord the other day. I said, if you've ever said the words the Fannin bet, like, dude, the Fannin bet you're making, you are one of the world's biggest slappies. Like, if you have even conceived of the thought, the Fannin bet, you might be a slappy.
Well, guilty as charged. I don't know. To me, I'm like, hey, how about the most productive and efficient college tight end prospect in history? Might be an okay 19th and 20th round pick.
He's not okay. Crane, I'm just as much of a Fannin slappy as you. I was slapping Harold Fannin before you even knew who he was, playing Tuesday night MAC DFS slates on DraftKings. He's not the best tight end prospect ever.
No, he's not the best tight end prospect ever. He's the most productive and most efficient tight end. I mean, that's just the numbers, man. Just sort various stats, sort yards per route run, sort yak. It's Fannin. Sort receiving yards, Fannin. That's what I'm saying. It's a fact. He produced more yardage and more efficiently than anyone has before.
I like it. Except I don't.
You don't like it at all.
I don't at all. No, I really don't.
Yeah. I mean, we needed the tight end. We didn't have a second tight end, so that's why he was popping up. But we do now. And now
you want to know a reverse thing about Jatavian Sanders that is kind of interesting, that I actually think I'm the first one in the fantasy football space to make this point. The fact that Jordan Whittington was able to get on the field and play for the Rams makes his like kind of weak production look even better from Texas.
Yeah. What about the fact that A.D. Mitchell was behind Alec Pierce all season?
I think that was entirely related to A.D. Mitchell's attitude. I don't think anyone doubts that A.D. Mitchell is good at football. It's just all about his brain.
No, you're right. Yeah, I think that's fair that Whittington, because he was competing with Worthy, Mitchell, and Whittington. The thing that scared me about Sanders was that he was supposed to be like athletic. It's like, oh, he's just like it was a little bit like Arroyo or something, where it's like he's raw, but like, man, he's really interesting. But with Arroyo, it was kind of like the route running was what people like, the thing where people were really gravitating to it. But with Sanders, it was more about like he's just an athlete, and then he didn't test well. So,
but other than that,
makes me a little nervous. Made me very nervous last year. He showed a little something. He wasn't a disaster last year. So maybe we get that second year leap.
I mean, he did just start as a rookie, which is pretty hard to do at tight end.
Totally. Oh, here's Fannin. You can see Fannin poking up at the bottom there.
Dude, you got to make the Fannin bet. Just if you're not making the Fannin bet, then what are you even doing, bro? I need you to make the Fannin bet. It's like, dude, Deontay Johnson is just like a provably good NFL wide receiver now.
Oh, come on. Deontay Johnson, he's not provenly good in the past. The idea that he's going to be good in the future, for who, first of all, because he'll probably end up on a different team by week 4.
Man, what if he ends up on the Buffalo Bills? That's like the one spot that he could really make it work, I think.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing with our final picks here?
So Sidekick has us going with Sean Tucker. I think, we're kind of in the spot where no one's really jumping out as like a really big time pick for the team. So kind of mixing up these late round bets.
Can we take Brashard Smith, or is he gone?
I'm sure he's gone.
All right, let's take Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker's actually quite sneaky.
Cool. Let's do it.
I think people have forgotten a little bit that he was on the 2023 version of the zero running back list.
Yeah.
People are saying
he looked good last year, like legitimately good.
He did. That's true.
Yeah. It's just like
he was on a Millie Maker winning team.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. Cause he had like 39 points. Dude, he had like the craziest week. Sean Tucker. Let's actually go remember the week. Sean Tucker had 14 for 136 as a rusher, 3 for 56, and a touchdown as a rusher. So that is a lot of fantasy points in one game.
Yeah. He's interesting. He's a good player. It's just like he's
would have been drafted much higher, but he had a heart condition.
Well, he was a UDFA, right?
Yes, but he would not have been, but he had like a heart condition. Like he didn't even know if he was going to be able to play football.
Right.
All right. Final pick. Blake Corum should not be a 20th round pick.
I'm down to take Corum.
Yeah. He just is a good pick.
Where are you at on Taj Brooks?
Not in yet.
Not in? Okay.
Like, you know exactly the bet you're making with Corum.
The bet you're making with Corum, a little bit of a different bet than the Fannin bet, I would say. Wouldn't you?
No, it's that Kyren Williams sustains an injury at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Let's review this team real quick. Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, JSN, Amarian Hampton, Jalen Waddle. Went RJ Harvey to make things a little more fun. In retrospect, kind of wish we took Mixon because we ended up stacking the Texans, but it's fine either way. Quinshon Judkins, Matthew Golden, who we stack with Love, Drake May, who we backstacked with Kyle Williams and Demario Douglas, Jaden Higgins, get Stroud, get Love, 3 quarterbacks in the window. Tootin is our running back 4 and our 4th straight rookie at running back. We tackle on Jalen Knoll, so we get both the Iowa State guys to go with Stroud. The 2 Patriots, Sanders, true chaperone here. Couldn't be more of a chaperone. Then we go Sanders again, double up Sanders in the 17th and 18th, finish up with Sean Tucker and Blake Corum, some contingent upside. The rookie running backs, I would say, we're in like a little bit of an uncertain situation early in the season, but Judkins, Hampton, and Harvey could all be getting like significant touches to start the season. So it's probably kind of a faster start team than it looks like, but how do you feel?
No, this is a classic left wing slappy team that's actually just ready to smash, dude, because Hampton, Harvey, and Judkins are only discounted because the market hasn't seen it for them yet. But to me, I think it's very clear the roles they're going to be in to begin with. Like Quinshon Judkins is not losing carries to Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford had to renegotiate to take a lower salary for the Cleveland Browns on his rookie wage contract. Like they were going to cut him. Like they don't care. They're giving the ball to Judkins. We have the golden boy, Drake May. We have Jordan Love. We have Matthew Golden, who's basically my favorite pick on the board. Him and Igbuka on DraftKings. We are ready to go.
Yeah, I'm pretty into this team. I think it's fun. All right, I think we can call it there. Before we get out of here, I want to just let people know that me and Davis are DraftKings partners for the week, and you can expect more from us in the following days. Davis, you're going to have me back on your channel, so there's like 3 total drafts of us all drafting on DraftKings, so you can watch us to your heart's desire. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later, and enjoy DraftKings Best Ball Week.